Right, everybody, welcome back to Loot Onto. Today, going to be working on this thing, this Yamaha MT09. Just hit 1,000 miles, just made a 1,000-mile video and reviewing the MT09, so go and check that out. I'll link that for you. But today, in previous videos, I've been saying how much, you know, I'm enjoying having the big stock mirrors, but the more that I've been looking at it, the more that I think it just looks like Mickey Mouse. These things are pretty big and I kind of want to clean up the front end, so that's why I've gone with some bar end mirrors. Now when I buy something new, I always look online and read reviews and stuff like that, and a lot of people are going with like the CRG Arrow mirrors, which I went with CRG before on my MT07, but I decided to go a little bit different today, and I found these Moto Gadget bar end mirrors for the MT09 on Brogue Motorcycles. So this bar end kit is from Brogue Motorcycles, which seems very, very simple. Comes with the mirrors, which look really nicely built as well. These are really sturdy. This is... You can hear that. What I like about the mirror as well is like the mirror is kind of like flush. It's not like a big thick mirror. Look how thin that is. So yeah, that's what I'm doing today. I'm gonna mount this, gonna figure this all out.
It all starts with a 6mm hex to get the stock bar end off. It's quite a heavy bar end too, but it's that simple. To put the new mirror on, just put the machined insert into the clamp and tighten with a 4mm hex. Then just use the provided screw to attach to the bar end and it's done. It requires a 5mm hex to get it onto the bars, but it's that easy.
So I'm not sure if I want the mirrors on top of the bar or below the bar, and let me know what you think. I think it looks cool below the bar, but it also looks decent on top. That mirror needs to go out, but initial impressions are that they are big. When I got the CRGs for my MT07, they were the circular ones, and they were fairly small. I mean, they worked, but what I was looking for was something a little bit bigger. Like you can see the definite size comparison between the stock. I think they look a little bit better than the monstrosity that is the stock. Look how thick the stock is, and look how thin the new ones are. The bar end, this is heavy, by the way. This is rather heavy, so you're relieving some weight from the front end here. Although I do prefer the way that this kind of rounds out. I don't like the way that kind of just stops at the end here, but so be it. Could maybe get something to, I don't know, clip onto the end, but those are pretty cool. So now it's time to get the stock mirrors off.
With the confidence from how easy I made it look putting the new ones on, I thought I'd make it look easy to get the stock mirrors off, but quickly became humbled when I realised I missed the part on the right. The left one screwed off easily, but I realised something on the other side.
Okay, first little snag. I learn things as I go. So the fluid for the front brake, the canister for it, is actually attached to this point here, which is going to be an issue when I try and remove this. Something else I found out is that this is opposite, so it's right to loosen and left to tighten. On the other side, it's the opposite way around, so it's standard on the left, it's opposite on the right, so that's something to kind of take note of. But if you see, twist this off, you're seeing that this is starting to lean because it is attached right here to this. So I'm either gonna have to leave that in or find a solution to kind of clean it up and make it look a little bit better. I do actually, or I did have spare ones of these from the MT07, and I don't know if these are gonna fit. If this fits, I'll be, oh, it does fit. Whoa, okay. Look at this, you got the MT sign there, and then that can fit it. Look at that, perfect. I keep screwing the wrong way, something my wife tells me all the time. If this works, that will be delightful, and it does work as well. Look at that, and that is problem solved. So install, really straightforward, very, very simple, even for somebody that's not technically or mechanically inclined like myself. Will I be happy with it when I ride though? That's the important thing. That's the next test. Let's go.
Oh, it's weird not having them there. Definitely going to need to be adjusted. Let the thing warm up. It's good that I need to adjust because I can show you how to do it. 4mm, loosen that, move it around, tighten it up. There is a hinge as well. They are on a ball hinge. I'm going to bring these just in case. Remove the protective film. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Oof, they are naked. Can I see anything behind me? Oh, I can, you know. Oh, I can. This one needs to go down a bit, up a little bit. Nope. So In my eye already, good start. Alright, no, they're already not within earbeat. They need to come up a little bit. I forgot, like, I'm used to looking up here, now I've got to look down there, so they can't be the same orientation as my stock ones. So hold on. Teething issues. Fucking glass all over the place here. Yeah, I mean they're not angled correctly, but the size of them is good. They're a good size. I like that. These are big enough, but also thin enough to be, you know, lightweight enough to not overbear the ends of the bars. I don't know if any of that made sense. Made sense to me, but the angle of them ain't quite right. But I can see everything behind me. That's brilliant. I love that. Hi cows. Lean around the corner, and here we go. Down here there's a bit of a construction zone, right? They're building a new target, I think. And they've made the road really curvy. I drove it the other day in my car, and now I want to ride it on the bike, see how it is. They look good though, man. They look good. I can't complain. I'm liking them, and I'm liking them above the bar as well. What I would say, I don't have much wiggle room with my hand anymore here. You see what I mean? Like, I'm going to hit the mirror if I move it around a lot or bring it up quickly and forget that it's there. I can see that this is bobbing around a little bit more than it was. Or is it? I don't know. I might get something to go around that to keep it together, but I've got a perfect view of the car behind me in that mirror. Perfect. And in that one as well. Shocker. Alright, here we go. Around this way. Around this way. Ah, just bollocks, get battered over that hump. Just cars ruin everything, don't they? Careful here, because there's debris. Careful, careful. That's fun. It's going to be fun as well. Into the water. There we go, got a decent run at it. What I really like about these things is the shape of them. You've got this big area here which shows basically right just past your shoulder, but then you can also see out wide so you can see the other lane as well, which is really, really nice. I like the shape of them. That's why I chose that instead of going back to the circular ones that I had on the MT07. They're machined really nicely. They're nice and clean, nice and sturdy as well. Really easy install. Thin, so they're kind of a low profile, so they don't bulk up the front of your bike. I would say that I am being careful with where I'm placing my hand. You know, I don't want to smack the mirror or constantly smack the mirror when I'm going up for it. I want to go down there. But that's just part of, you know, the change to the front end. I've been used to the stock mirrors, which have been right there, out of the way. I just want to point out that, you know, the stock mirrors aren't bad. Good thing about these bar end mirrors as well is you can have them above the bar, you can have them below the bar. I've got them above the bar at the moment, but if I did want to put them below the bar, it's just really easy. You'd take this off, you would put the insert that's inside there for the bar end around the other way, really easy, and then stick it back on, and then screw it back on, and you're laughing. You can put it underneath the bar and have them down here. I think it would look pretty cool like that as well, but I think I like the look for now at least of them above the bar. Maybe in a future video I can test them below the bar, but they are really nice. far into the video, thank you very, very much. If you enjoyed it, leave it a like, please. That helps me greatly. And also subscribe. I want to get to 1,000 subscribers. That's the next goal. Appreciate you. Thanks a lot. I'll see you next time.